So the first and most important thing you have to do is determine your why. If you're thinking that you want to go freelance, why do you want to take that freelance route? And you have to make sure that you're crystal clear on the real reasons that you want to do it. Is it the autonomy that you're excited about, not having to answer to anyone else to tell the stories that you want to tell? Is there a higher earning potential that you foresee with freelance versus full-time employment? Is it that it's more conducive to the type of lifestyle that you want to lead? Everybody's got different reasons. For me, as I said, it was really sort of that autonomy and being able to focus on the part of the job that I liked and still like the most, the storytelling aspect of it. Lifestyle is certainly a consideration because you can definitely live a different kind of lifestyle and tailor it to your own preferences when you're your own boss. But I think it's important to note that these lifestyle benefits may not come into play until later on, because it's going to take time to do the initial setup of your business and make contacts and build the infrastructure that you need. So you might not realize those lifestyle benefits right away. So your underlying why is where your motivation will come from. And that's how you'll maintain faith during any setbacks that you might face. Once you determine your why, from there, there's no laid out path, unless of course you are a prospologer. So you can't be afraid to try new things. You have to be willing to take the steps to better yourself and go after what you want. You have to figure out how you're going to achieve these things and how will this align with your purpose. And it's not going to be comfortable. That, I think, for me, was one of the biggest adjustments starting out as a freelancer and an entrepreneur. There's a lot of discomfort because you're trying something new without the backing of a corporate office. It's all you, but that discomfort that you feel is growth. That's what's going to push you. And ultimately, you'll know when you're doing the right thing because you'll see the results from that. So lean into that discomfort as much as you can. That's coming from somebody who has a really hard time with that, but it is absolutely worth it. Because the key is to make sure that you're taking consistent action. The only way you'll gain confidence is from doing things. We talk a lot about imposter syndrome in Prospology. It's one of the first topics that we discuss at the beginning of the program. Feeling like you can't do it, like you're a fraud, like you haven't earned the right to be your own boss. It could be any number of things. And unfortunately, I'm here to tell you that imposter syndrome doesn't necessarily go away. In fact, it can even get worse the more that you grow, because you're always stepping out onto new territory. I mean, that's just the nature of this life, this career path. You're blazing your own trail. And so you'll never know what exactly is ahead of you. But in those moments, you have to remember your accomplishments and your capabilities, and think about what small things you can do along the way to help yourself build confidence. Whether it's, if it's something as simple as writing a daily affirmation for yourself, I am a freelance medical writer, or having the proper tools available to you. Grab your favorite coffee mug and have that at your station every day. There's so many little things that you can do. And it may not always feel like you are making that forward progress, but you have to remind yourself that every small action that you take can make a big difference going forward, because every action is a step forward. And just keep in mind, how can you serve others through your business? Because that's ultimately what you are bringing to the table. And probably the most important thing that you can do for yourself is build a support system. Yes, you're a freelancer working on your own, but nobody works in isolation. And we all need a support system just sort of in life. So in this particular case, you want to find a person or group who can be your cheerleader. Can a mentor provide a listening ear? Can a coach guide you on your journey? Are there people in your life who will encourage you? For me personally, I know I would not be where I am today without the unconditional support of my wife. When I went from full-time salaried employment and then decided I'm going to strike out on my own and try to build my own business, she could have very well said, "Are you sure that's a good idea?" Or "You're crazy." But she had faith in me 100% of the way and still does. So it makes it a lot easier to take those steps and work through that discomfort toward the personal and business growth. And that initial push to take action is an important first step to gaining momentum as a new business owner. So find that support system for yourself that can help push you to take that first step and start building momentum.